straight out of one west, no contest. We the best to the niggas that's living, trying to contend with the stress. Going through the test, no access. Cause you oppressed slaves. Niggas is dying off in waves. Living in dirt, now it's a grave. Niggas cross-talk through the crosswalk and on the white chalk. Over the bodies of roads that you paid. Americans killing us, saying they fearing us. Put the drugs in the hood. Now my niggas delirious. Put a gun in my face. All because of my race. Boom, flash, listen, skills to murder my ass. Like a cheat to the slaughter. I'm beating harder and harder. Baptized with these words. Never dipping in water. So now we pray to the Father. Give shelter the Father that's looking for the water.
You be seeing the comments on the thing.
Lights up, nigga, showtime. Got the green light.
When you see them, it's black and blue. And the green is blue. And then we check the question.
Meaning giving back what you gave for a team slate. Try to imitate. You was always fake. America, every city, state, this is your fate. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America.
All the timeline, giving the one to expose the chickens. Fire, doing my blank shit. Forget me, it is a pastime. So in a minute, I'm a pass out. Hope you get it. If you didn't, you crash flying. Kinda simple if you feel it, that's your last line. But it will confuse a bad mind. Shame, it's the exact thing with the jazz Friday. Bombs from the sky, rich devil lullaby. Then the nigga fly, homie got an alibi. Bombs from the sky, rich devil lullaby. Then the missiles high. See him from the parking lot, never finna fall out. Devils finna fall out, all our warfare, nightmares. And big house, they murdered us for years. And thinking shit won't turn around. I never learned that this motherfucker burns down. Yelled in them streets, told them the breach of all of you angels, bring hope to this beast. You rule for a time, but we play for keeps. I pray to my Father, bring hope to this beast. Remember them times we hung on them trees. All of you nations bow down to your knees. Remember them shit, they brought us in fleets. Fuck they Apollo, bring them the heat. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, whoa, to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America.
God is gonna destroy this empire, man. You about to see famine in this place. You them fires in California is bad. That's just the beginning of what the Lord is about to do. Because you've been evil to the Lord's people. You've been wicked to the Most High's children, man. You've been destructive to the 12 tribes of Israel. Let me tell you something, black man. You gotta put on your strength now, man. Put back on your strength and might, black man, because your day is coming. Your day is coming because the Lord is gonna bring judgment on this earth. Yeah. But I took an oath that I'ma stand up and blaze the truth on any motherfucker.
Right.
Yo. Hey, bury me a priest. Up at night I never sleep, contemplating how to set my people free. Bury me a priest. Revolution I be moving, got the past, get a pot to these streets. Nigga, bury me a priest. Restoring honor to my dad's name, he died before he ever got to see. Bury me a priest. If it's ever rest in peace, tell my kids that it died on his feet. Bury me a priest. So cold-blooded, but the whole blooded. Posted with the low stugging. In 15, I got caught up in the wrong spot. The cop tried to whip me till my nose blooded. Now I'm fighting back. Suit up all my niggas in that black. Troopers with them killers in the cat. Catch me on the corner going hard with them motherfucking facts. Lays on your bitch ass. Drop the truth for change, then I get cash. Bring it to the table, then we split that. This nation built a glow to make the dead turn their neck like a bootleg. Now bury me a priest. Up at night I never sleep, contemplating how to set my people free. Bury me a priest. Revolution I be moving, got the past, get a pot to these streets. Nigga, bury me a priest. Restoring honor to my dad's name, he died before he ever got to see. Bury me a priest. If it's ever rest in peace, tell my kids that it died on his feet. Bury me a priest. I'm from the south and knew a trail up in Cardell. Met a nigga by the name of Tardell. The kid ain't his real name, he put me on the work from the cartel. Bitch ain't a snitch, ever snitch. Then I hit my brother up, I gotta live. Just right before the truth, that shit legit. We can ship it by the truckload, by the end of summer, we gon' hit, nigga. Yeah. About to be the man on that bitch ass. Got green plus the Zans on they bitch ass. Couple rubber band on the bitch ass. The fuck a nigga saying, I don't your cash. Let's slow the car down while I ride. contemplating how to set my people free. Bearing me a priest. Revolution, I be moving at the past. Get a pot to these streets, nigga. Bearing me a priest. Who's going honor to my dad's name? He died before he ever got to see. Sharing me a priest. If it's devil, rest in peace. Hell, my kids didn't die on the street. Bearing me a priest. I got the grapes in the glass, strong drinking hand. You heard what I said? That's a gun deep in the 16 of lead. The word being red, nobody's bad. That's a gun deep. I got the grapes in the glass, strong drinking hand. You heard what I said? That's a gun deep in the 16 of lead. The word being red, nobody's bad. That's a gun deep. I say you're 58 and 1. The word is my gun. I aim at my brethren, my witness say your son. Banana clip the message for the reckless and the young. Some take it easy, but the others just run. The river left you dumb about James 1 and 1. Yahweh Rise from Yahweh Shabbat Rockabah. That's ancient Hebrew 101. Since you want to speak in tongues, you can call upon the name of the Father through the Son. Now we eating up the road. We treat it like the clubs, treat it Matthew 24. Verse 30 is for us. Zechariah 14 will tell you how the war is won. Glory of Sha'ala out of Mount Zion. I got the grapes in the glass, strong drinking hand. You heard what I said? That's a gun deeper than the 16 of lead. The word being red, nobody's bad. That's a gun deep. Got the grapes in the glass, strong drinking hand. You heard what I said? That's a gun deeper than the 16 of lead. The word being red, nobody's bad. That's a gun deep. When there's confusion, you're telling people it's always done away with. Since you don't know the precepts, you should stop delaying these commands on the truth. My daily meditation is your teaching, getting stacks. They will never be forsaken when you come to see wisdom. Prepare for temptation, eat them deceive. Stay away from divination. The same ring true as for all the other nations. Isaiah 14 into a change in occupation when it comes to salvation. We know it's of the Jews. John chapter 4 verse 22. Now that's the good news. The gospel of the kingdom. You can live a lion. Not to watch the black power lead them to the lion. Circumcision for the third. Work of Jesus in the mountains of bloodshed. While Israel is risen, as far as I'm concerned, good riddance. Why should I oblige when the wicked made our righteousness religion? I got the grapes in the glass, strong drinking hand. You heard what I said? That's a gun deeper than the 16 of lead. The word even red, nobody's bad. That's a gun deep. Got the grapes in the glass, strong drinking hand. You heard what I said? That's a gun deeper than the 16 of lead. The word being red, nobody's bad. That's a gun deep. Some people say the truth hurts. For me, it never bothered. The 10 tribes of Syria carried across the border. The most high showed us how. Listen to the Father. 1492 come out became a slaughter. He didn't want a border. He did it out of color. They celebrate the transatlantic slave trade starters living in the burning daughter. Life is getting harder. Still trying to be a baller. Be a magic war. It's all what makes you shine in the law. Get a total recall. Obadiah had the vision, so it's just the Esau. And then it goes back, y'all. He can die to a thing and having it. Then I wanna see you as a prince of the power with my brothers in the group. No proof for the cowards when we're dulling in the booth. As the seeds of the day, Israelites bear fruit. Now I wish I cut the heathen down in one real food. I got the grapes in the glass, strong drinking hand. You heard what I said? That's a gun deeper than the 16 of lead. The word being red, nobody's bad. That's a gun deep. Got the grapes in the glass, strong drinking hand. You heard what I said? That's a gun deeper than the 16 of lead. The word being red, nobody's bad. That's a gun deep. Got the grapes in the glass, strong drinking hand. You heard what I said? That's a gun deeper than the 16 of lead. The word being red, nobody's bad. That's a gun deep. That's a done deal.
Alright, Shalom Israel. We're the ISUPK, started out on 1 West 125th Street in Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. And we are not affiliated with no other Hebrew Israelite group on the planet Earth. And we are located here at 5261 Delmar Boulevard, that's Suite A, St. Louis, Missouri 63108. And we got our 2 conference lines and the same access for both lines. If anybody wants to call in, make a comment, got a question, or just listen live, you can dial 712-832-8255. 8330 or 425-436-6260, and the access code for both numbers is 825-1636. Alright, and the upcoming announcements, we got the next major food distribution date. You understand? Food drive going down right here, alright, right outside of our school on the parking lot, and it's going to be the 12th of this month, which is this Friday, alright, from 1 to 3, or to the food gone. Sometimes we have so much food, we've been out here later than 3, alright, so make sure y'all here. That's at 5261 Delmar Boulevard. It's right on the corner of Union and Delmar. And you'll see the cars, you'll see all the brothers, you'll see all the sisters, you'll see all the food. And you'll know where to get in line at. You're gonna drive in one way, you're gonna drive out the other with a trunk or a back seat full of food. Some of our brothers and sisters' trunks be so full, they had to put the food in the back seat.
Right.
Hell, that one sister, she said, no, just put it up here in the front seat. The whole car was full.
Right.
Yeah, the trunk, the back seat, the floor in the back, the floor in the front seat. Just put it right here. That's fine. Okay. I'll put it right there. She almost had to put it on the lap. She had no room. But yeah, man, make sure that y'all come out, get some of that food, and after you do, come to class. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause now you need some more food. You understand? You get that bread, now you need that bread of life. Alright? And then we got the Sharp and Sword radio show going down this Sunday. You understand? From 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Alright, it's gonna go down. I think this is gonna be the celebrity edition, the George Floyd celebrity edition. You understand? These celebrities, man, good goddamn night. I'd be glad when they shut the hell up. You understand? The only reason you're talking is because you ain't doing no concerts and no shows. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? They ain't busy. They just on, what's some things, the little battles they've been doing? The little,
Versus.
what they call them?
Slocky, they call it versus.
Verses? Okay, yeah, they doing verses now, so they got all the time in the world. You understand? They seeing everything that's going on, you know? So, yeah, but, it is what it is. That's what's going down this Sunday. It's gonna be the George Floyd, the celebrity edition. You know? And these celebrities, man, for real, a lot of people look up to them, and it should be strictly because of their talent. You know? If you can rap good, you got a talent. If he's an R&B singer, he can sing rock, whatever the hell, you understand? If he's a baseball player, football player, you know, that's all they should be looked at and viewed as. It's just for their talent, because they are not politicians.
Right.
You know what I mean? They are not black leaders.
That's right.
They're singers and dancers, much like your pastors. You understand? But they got a much better flow and groove than your preach.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'd rather go to a concert of someone's versus going to pay for a concert in a church.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So I mean, but it's crazy. But we're gonna bring that out this Sunday too. We got a lot of stuff to bring out, like we always do, man. You know, waking up the people. You know, like I said, make sure you're here with us Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. You understand? We got the call in line. You can call in with any questions or any comments, or you can come to the building. You want to be a guest on the show, you can dial 314-696-8288. All right? And we got a text line as well. If you want to text any questions, you can text them to 314-393-0430. And of course, if you're in the class, you got any questions, raise your hand, say Salaki. If you're on the line, take your phone off of mute, say Salaki or excuse me, and let's get it in. And let's see, do we have any questions? ahead.
I'm not asking for myself, I'm asking for someone else.
Okay.
Is Israel in Africa, and was it back then in Africa?
No. It's, you know, if you go and check and do research, white man has changed everything.
Right.
You understand? He's changed the lands and the positions. You understand? Hell, scripture even says he's changed the times and the seasons. You understand? We got our days. Do black people ever wonder why we late at everything? Do you ever wonder why Nakers is late in every what them old folks used to say, come on, you be late to your own funeral.
Right.
You understand? Well, I used to hear that when I was little. I used to be like, huh? Late to your funeral? Or wait a minute, hold on, Grandma. Did you mean late to somebody else's funeral? Or is you talk? Now I know what Grandma talking about. Now I know what she talking about. Nakers is so damn late. Good night. They late to everything. You'll be late to your own funeral.
Right.
So now I know what Granny was talking about when she said that. But and the reason being is because, you know, what's the other one they call black people time? You know what I'm saying? BPT. You on black people time. You know, and the reason being is because the white man, him being the devil, he changed the times and the seasons. What do he call the daytime, the AM? Now he call it wartime, right? Ain't that what he call it? Wartime. Yeah, he calls it wartime now. You understand? So instead of doing battles and things at night, he do them in the daytime. So that's what he called. That's what he called the daytime. I forgot who. Look who did that. Who changed? I forgot his name. But yeah, but then the seasons. You understand? Like for instance, he turned around and does certain things that should be done in certain times. In other times, he did it on his own. He just changed everything, you know. So no, Israel would be in, I mean, it's Asia. You understand? Not Africa. People kill me with that. Israel is in Africa, and that make us Africans. They want to be tied to Africa so bad. I don't know why Africa's. I'm sure it stinks. You understand?
Right.
Africans are smelly. So I'm sure the land smells just like them. You know, I want to go someplace where, you know, like Febreze, and I want to go somewhere where it smells good. All right, and every African I know does not. I hadn't met one. I've seen some that have gotten a little better because they watching black people, they following black people, because black people are the greatest people on the planet. Simply because the Most High chose us to be His own.
That's
you
right.
understand? And hell, I mean, who wouldn't wanna, you know, once you see these sisters and how good they look and how good they smell, like a sister walked past me today. You know what I'm saying? I'm at one of my contracts and she come out smelling like pineapples or peaches or plums, something,
Right.
something sweet. You know what I'm saying? Smell good. I'm like, damn, sis, smelling good. You know, now, had that have been a African, oh boy. I don't know what I would have smelled.
Right.
No, but seriously though, like I said, a lot of them are trying to. Something else that they do too, that they trying to look like the black woman is they wear butt pads. They wear butts. I ain't lying. You laughing, sis? I'm serious. Sisters got them big old donks. You understand? What a twister cup, but don't go don't. You understand? Hey. He called it down. Sisters got badonka donks, and they trying to get them.
Right.
So they over in Africa buying all the goddamn sponges that they can find. You know what I mean? So, like I said, of course they want to be, you know, down with Africa and all that. And I still don't even understand. Well, one second. Get that Babylon Timbuktu out of there. Let me show you something in the research. Rudolph Windsor went over in Africa and found out that the people that came over here on slave ships was not the Africans. Okay? And you're gonna find out just about how great we were in Africa and how they were not. You understand? Now, it's state land, right? And we did, in 70 AD, we went and fled into their land. Is that over Babylon too much?
Yeah, I think it's over there.
Huh?
Come.
Okay, no sweat. You can drop it down. Slide. Okay. I think it's around, let me see what page it is. Get you straight to the page. In 70 AD, we fled. You understand? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians fled and went and hid. Okay, here we go. Right here. Over in Africa, Ethiopia, right? In Western Africa. Okay, we're gonna read all these points right here. Some fled, some got captured, and some fled, right? And now we're gonna go into research, cause I had a brother the other day that had asked me about the movie Roots. You know what I'm saying? What's Alex Haley? Yeah, Alex Haley went over and y'all see I keep turning to him because I forget he remember I told you that. You understand? Alex Haley turned around and went over to Africa. Suppose he did all of this research before he made that movie. How many years was he over there researching? He supposed to been over there for some years before he even started.
I think like 10.
Yeah, he was over there for a long time. So he claimed he was researching. You understand? He claimed he was doing some research, but he didn't come up with the right research. Real quick sidebar, it's on topic, but sidebar real quick. Before I came into the truth, I was looking for, I was searching for my identity. And the only thing that came up when I was searching was black people, we Africans, we from Africa, we Africans, we from Africa. That's the only thing I found, right? Until I ended up finding the truth. It was over from there. You understand? Because I just knew I was like, nah, man, we got too much flavor to be Africans. I'm looking at them people, come on, and I'm looking at us, and I'm like, it don't matter about. People keep saying that, oh well, we from over here, we from over. Nah, that don't make a difference. You understand? Because if we the same people, we should still have the same flavor, the same flow. But I turned around and I kept looking. I was like, man, something ain't right with that. So I had to dig a little deeper. I had to go back to the drawing boards. And then once I came across BK, of course I found it. You understand? So now I'm good to go now. But that was all that was out there. And that's Alex Haley stayed in Africa, so-called researching, doing all of this wonderful, magnificent, and marvelous research to come up with that. Ain't that a 12 disc? 10 or 12 discs? How many discs is it in Roots? It's about 12. Yeah, it's about 10 or 12. See, I got it. I got the damn collection. And he still sold us off to be Africans. You understand? He still said that, you know what? The black people that's on them slave ships are Africans. All right? But that is a lie. Okay? Read that part. No, that's cool. That's too wild. Just know where I got you at.
Point 2 or point 1?
Read all. Go back.
Come.
No. Go back. You just skip the page. Start right there. Highlight. Right. Nope. Right there with your left hand. Yeah. Everything highlight. Start reading it.
Africa had amassed over 1 million Jews.
1 million who?
Jews.
1 million Jews, man. You understand? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They turned around and we fled and hid over there in their land, right? Fleeing fleeing Roman persecution and slavery. Romans came to put us in captivity, and we ran and we hid. Okay? Go ahead, Devon, keep reading.
The Jews began a continuous migration to the region of the Niger River.
Now, hold on tight. Now, the white man is trying to change the books, his history books now. And he's trying to say that we migrated, you understand, from Africa up to here to the Americas.
Right.
And we trying to change. No, we didn't we didn't voluntarily come here. Skip back a page on what's that, 86? One more. Keep going. Now read that. Read that section.
Kana Wakana. In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey
Mhm.
captured Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm.
In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter. During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people.
Mm-hmm. The residue of the people, like those are the people that's left behind. All right, 'cause some fled, some was left behind. Keep going.
Khan. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa.
1 million Jews did what?
Fled into Africa.
We fled into Africa. Now, if the Jews was the same people as the Africans, why first would they be called Jews and Africans? You understand? If they was the same. Then, two, why would they flee and go into Africa? This is where we was from.
Right.
You understand? If this is where the land is at, we would already been home. You understand? We already been there. But we was running from that slavery. Get some more at the bottom?
Khan, sir.
Go ahead, keep reading.
Fleeing from Roman persecution and
Mhm.
slavery.
Roman persecution and what?
Slavery.
And what?
Slavery.
No African went into slavery.
Right.
No, and hear me good. No African went into slavery. Your ancestors did. And our ancestors and African ancestors are not the same people.
That's
Right? If you are black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, your ancestors are Jews. You understand? Your ancestors were the Israelites that went into slavery. Okay? The Africans helped round us up. Like it's on the movie that I'm mentioning, Roots. The Africans were on the movie rounding up the Jews. You understand? Not rounding up they stinky little cousins.
Right.
You understand? One of their little cousins stole their couscous. You understand? And they turned around and the couscous, you slave. You understand? They didn't do that. They did not do that, man. They didn't look at their family and say, you know what, man, I'm gonna get this sugar real quick, 'cause that's what they was selling us for. Sugar, you understand? Gunpowder, molasses, nothing. They sold us for nothing. Okay? And you turn around and you would think for 1 second that lie that they started telling, because they switched it with, they drug us over here on ships and switched it to, well, Africans sold Africans into slavery. They tried that. That still didn't convince nobody. So now they trying to convince us with, well, Africa is in Israel. You understand? I mean, they just keep coming up with nonsense after nonsense, shenanigan after shenanigan. You understand? And if you in here, you'll be solid on what you believe. You understand? And what's actual fact versus what's what they done made up to try to, keep you sleep with their life. Okay? So like I said, you come to here and you'll find out who's who. You understand? Where you was. I mean, you can do this on your own, at home, and research some things. You understand? You got that, what General Muhammad called it, that Google machine.
Right.
You understand? Pull out that Google machine of yours and get to work. And like I said, you'll find this stuff out. But this right here, in this book in Babylon of Timbuktu, was extremely heavy. And I try to bring this out every time anybody even asks me something about some Africa. You understand? Because the people that was great in Africa wasn't even them Africans.
Right.
You understand? It wasn't the Africans. Okay? Is it any more at the bottom?
The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves.
Read that again. Read it one more time.
The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves.
The slave markets was full of black Jewish slaves. Now, of course, we know it ain't no Jewish, right? It's Jews only. You understand? The word Jew is, it comes from the word Judah, okay? Yahweh in the Hebrew. Yahweh in English is Judah, and you know, black folks nickname everybody. You understand?
Right.
We done took the word cousin and said, what's up, cuz? You understand? I mean, that's what we do. Nobody else does this. You know what I'm saying? It kills me how people really be trying to, you know, be all extra and all sophisticated and speak all proper and all, you know, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious when it's real simple. You know, when you go in the scriptures, nobody talks with slang but us. You understand? Who else even talk with slang? Who else calls somebody by a nickname? You understand? I ain't seen none of the heathens nickname nothing. Whatever their name is, that's what their name is. You understand? If your name was Judah, they'd be calling you, hey, Judah. They wouldn't be saying, what up, Jew? You know what I mean? They wouldn't say that. Your name would be Judah. So like I said, but that's us all day, man. That's just, you know, just a little small indicator. You understand? That's actually huge. It's not as small as one might think it is. You understand? But that's actually a big thing because Universal, nobody else on the planet even, you know, even does that now. You know what I'm saying? So that's one. But the markets was full of Israelites. You understand? That's what the slave markets was full of. And like I said, when Alex Haley went over there and did some research, I don't know what he was doing. He probably was playing with them African girls. You understand? The whole time he was over there, because he missed a lot of information, a lot of crucial information that he could have put in that movie. You understand? But if you in her, if you in the ISUPK, you understand, and you know the truth, you'll be able to see things for what it is. You understand? You'll be able to, what they say, read between the lines. You'll be able to see through the fog. You'll be able to do all of that because guess what? We actually know the truth. We have it in her. So it's nothing to us. You understand? To see a fake movie. You understand? And with all kinds of wrong information in it, but then turn around and say, okay, now I see what this represents. Now I see what that represents. Because like for instance, oh, go ahead, come on.
It's a lot. And even you know, looking at it, checking to see how long he was in there, he said he was in Africa for 12 years. And but he admitted in the court case where he settled that he stole part of a book that another person wrote. Like the story is like he even admitted that it's a historical fiction. There's no possible way he could have actually traced his family back to the village and the tribe. There's no way.
Yeah.
He didn't have records. So
God, exactly.
And so it is a made up story. It's like them practicing them Islamic customs. He could not trace that far back.
Right.
So he made up that part.
Right. Yeah.
So that's why he got the Muslim parts in there, because that's what he thought that his tribe was.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So and when I was talking about this movie, I had mentioned the part about, like I said, when you'll be able to see through the fog and read between the lines, is when Kunta was getting his back beat, that symbolizes blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians being stripped and beaten of their identity. You understand? To where here it is, you have a name, and someone else is trying to give you another name. That represented them beating our identity just right up off our backs. You understand? I mean, who the hell wants to get beat, right? So they said, you know what? Eventually, we'll beat enough of them, then they'll forget about it. They won't even. They'll be so traumatized. You understand? Like Kunta was the only one that held on for real.
Right.
You understand? And if you think about it, that's like it is in the truth now. Like it's only few. It's very few of us that actually get it, that actually understand, and is actually in here. You understand, serving the Lord, and you know what I'm saying, and our King Christ. It's just so few of us, man, and it's always been few of us. You understand? Go ahead, Bob. No sweat. Go ahead.
First, back to what you just said.
Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thy inheritance that I gave thee.
Right.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
Right. And that's the Most High right there. And that's, as a matter of fact, that's what the topic is. The topic is in these, we must obey God during these tough times.
Right.
You know? And that's what we're supposed to do back then. That's what we're supposed to do in the middle. And that's what we're supposed to be doing now, all the way to the end. Okay? We're supposed to be keeping his laws and obeying him forever. It don't matter, all of our generation. Not just the ones that think they want to do it, the ones that, you know, want to pick and say, okay, well, I can do these, but I can't do those. No, that's not how the Lord works. He don't operate like that. You understand? He gave you, and then it's the laws it's a culture. You understand?
Right.
They morals. I mean, it's everything for us.
That's right.
And I don't understand why these preachers keep casting it off. You understand? And as if it's nothing, and want what they say, the American way. They want to pick up the American way.
Right.
That's how they want to get down, huh? It's the American way. What my man say? Ray Don King. Ray got the flags every time he go out boxing. Hell, how many people he beat up while he talking? Don King was vicious. You understand? Only in America.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Only in America, man, a black man can get away with some of the things that he's done. You understand? Only in America can you serve the white man and his God, and then everything be fine with you, or with the white man. You understand? As long as you worship them, you good to go.
Right.
You know? But as soon as you want to serve your God, it's a whole problem. It's a whole problem, bud. When you want to serve your God, when you want to turn around and, I had a brother call me one time and said, man, my job, they want me to cut my beard off. I said, bro, there's ways around that. You ain't got to cut your beard off. They don't make nobody else shave their face. It's voluntary. They can turn around and say it's mandatory, but guess what? Get another job if it is. You know, it'll be simple as that. Go work somewhere else. Okay? But they got hair nets for that. They got face nets for that. They got all kinds of things that you can buy, that company supplies in most cases. Okay? That you don't have to compromise. Remember we talking about that yesterday? You said yesterday at class about compromise. When it comes to the laws, that sound like you asking me to do something that's against my masculinity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what it sounds like. What you asking me to do is against my masculinity. All right. So no, real men, we actually serve the Lord. All right. We're real men and women serve the Lord. Okay. So but yeah, man. I mean, we was over in Africa. Let's go back to the one part that you made from the top that you read.
Kind. The Jews came into the western Sudan from northern.
Nice and loud, Warren.
Kind. The Jews came into the western Sudan from northern and eastern Africa as a result of a chain of commercial and persecutory migrations. Hebrews, they were hated.
We were what?
Hated.
We was hated in Africa.
Right.
Why you think they sold us? You understand? It's the same way we hated here in America. We hated in Africa too. Yeah, and they still hate us.
Right.
They still hate. They ain't changed their mind. Just because, who was that? Akon, is that the rapper name? That turned around and he was endorsing that mess about come back to was it Uganda? What was that?
Salaka, he was either Nigeria or Ghana.
Ghana, one of them. I can't remember exactly where it's at, but he was endorsing that mess, telling black people to go back there. They've been trying to get us to come back there for the longest.
Right.
And some of us have gone over there and ain't make it back home. You understand? Like that once, the most recent one I can think of, I can't remember what year this was, but this sister turned around and went over there to Africa and got sick, and then they turned around and never found her over there. I forgot how many years ago this was, but she didn't make it back home. It's a lot of sisters that turn around, and matter of fact, a lot of these foreign countries, period, You understand? I got a cousin that went, I forgot where the hell this was at. But she went somewhere where they worship light-skinned women. They think light-skinned women are goddesses. And she is extreme. Her daddy is Judah all day long, Judite. And she is extremely light. You understand? She would be what they call mixed because her mother is white. But you are what your father is. So she's not mixed, but she got her extreme lightness from, you know what I'm saying, from being mixed with. That's how it happens. Most times when a black man sleep with a white woman, the child come out real light. And most times when the white man sleep with the black woman, the child come out black. You understand? So she's extremely light, but she is a sister. And when they got her off the plane, my cousin, her man even called me and said, man, I'm scared for our life out here. Straight up. I'm gonna find out where they was at. They turned around and he said, man, they is like trying to get, they dropping money at her feet, he said, man, I think they finna kidnap my girl. He like, man, I got to have her. He said, he's standing there next to his woman. And men just coming out of nowhere, bowing down, talking about, my goddess, I need you. Here's all of what I got. Come with me. You know what I'm saying? I said, what? He said, man, we is not leaving out this room for the rest of this trip. You know what I mean? So, like I said, you gotta be careful wherever you go. You understand? That's why I can't wait. And that's why I'm in here doing the work so we can get our own damn land. We ain't got to go nowhere. You know, like so many sisters, especially, they so simple. They want to travel the world, go every goddamn where, go in foreign countries and all that. You don't know where you going. You understand? You barely can go down the street, but want to go all the way overseas some goddamn where and see something.
Salaki.
Go ahead, Abah.
We got 2 more points.
Oh, we got a whole lot of points. We're gonna read all that. Come on, go ahead, get it to me, Abah. I see you anxious, brother. Let me let you get. Go ahead, read.
The Jews imported into the western part of Africa a superior material, educational, and moral culture.
Read that again.
The Jews imported into the western part of Africa a superior material.
Simple?
Superior.
No, just something a little light. Wasn't too heavy.
Superior.
And superior. Keep going.
Superior material, educational, and moral culture.
Okay. Keep reading.
And this cultural advancement was not duplicated or exceeded.
Okay. Do you hear that? It was not what?
Duplicated.
You couldn't copy this. You
or
understand?
exceeded.
You wasn't going to FedEx or Kinko's and making no copies of this. You understand? Like, we have a culture like no other. That can't be what they call it, a spiritual Israelite. Ain't no such thing.
Right.
Ain't no such thing as no spiritual Israel. You gotta have the spirit. You gotta be Israel to have the spirit.
Right.
You understand? Ain't no such thing as you a spiritual Israelite. It just don't happen that way. I don't give a damn. Oh my God. Who was that? I can't remember who this was, but they was going over a list of white singers and actors and dancers and things to see, who, like every time when white people do something, they go viral, right? For instance, I can't understand it to save my life because half of these people that sing and try to dance, they can't even sing and dance. But they was bringing up all these white people as if they really was throwing down and really, you know what I mean? When they copying off of us. Hell, we writing the songs for them.
Right.
You understand? They not writing the song. And since they done tried to take over choreography, you see they messing that up. You know what I mean? When brothers was teaching them, okay, and sisters was teaching them, of course them and they whack moves, but the choreography was on point. Now it's corny. You know what I mean? It's all corny. So, like I said, they are trying to copy us, but this research that Rudolph Winsor went and did says that the Jews, the Israelites, they said Hebrews in here too. You understand? Because that's what we spoke then, was Hebrew. That's why they call us Hebrew Israelites. You understand? Because when you go into the research on that, and you go in the Bible, you'll see that we come from our forefather, which is Israel. Jacob's name was later changed to Israel when he wrestled that angel for that blessing. You know what I mean? So you turn around and our culture, our education, you understand, our morals and everything about us could not be duplicated or what else about?
Exceeded.
What else?
Exceeded.
What else?
Exceeded.
Why in the hell are you thinking that Africa is so great?
Right.
Why you thinking Africans is so smart? Why you think that red and that black and that green is something when it was you? You understand? It was you. It was your black behind. It was your Hispanic self. It was your native self that made hell everywhere we go, we make it great.
Right.
Every captivity we've been in, the place becomes great because of the slave. Look who they got as slaves. The greatest people to ever walk the face of the earth. The slave, you got the slaves building up your empire. So of course you got to have nakers on TV. You got to have us in the movies. If not, the movies ain't gonna be funny. It's not gonna be a good movie. You know, you got look at there. Every movie that man played in, cold. You understand? Every movie he played in, cold. Man, all the actors, actresses, man. What's my girl name? I seen on she on I don't know what TV, YouTube TV, one of them damn shows, one of them things, you know, that come on the little Roku TV, whatever it is. Angela Bassett. That woman is almost 80 years old. She is almost 80 years old. And one of the baddest actresses of all time, and still look damn good.
Right.
She look goddamn good to be almost 80 years old. Okay. Now for you sisters that smoke weed and eat pork, look at Angela Bassett. You understand? I don't think she do all that. You understand? She ain't all up into them drugs. You turn yourself up, man. You understand? But yeah, but that sister, she looks good, man. You understand, to be her age. A lot of our sisters in this school, you understand, they look damn good.
Right.
To be and they got the spirit, they got the right spirit to go with the good looks. So they want up Angela Bassett all day long. You understand? The sisters in her one up Angela Bassett all day long because Angela Bassett look good and can act good, but she ain't in the truth as far as I know.
Right.
You understand? And it just don't top a sister, a UPK sister. It just no topping her.
That's
You
right.
understand? Especially no African. All right. In this book right here, where Rudolph Winsor went and did the research and found out who was who in Africa, he said them Jews, they had it going on. Something that you couldn't copy and something that you couldn't exceed. And guess what? These people here in America, they wouldn't be able to copy and they wouldn't be able to exceed if we obeyed the Lord.
That's right.
Keep reading the Bible. Read some more.
Con. The black Jews had an advantage over the African tribes.
We had an advantage over them. Come on. I mean, why you still want to be African?
Right.
Why you still walking around protesting with the red, the black, and the green flag? When in the research, you was greater than any African. You understand? Read that again, Bob.
The black Jews had an advantage over the African tribes.
Good night. But you want to go back to Mother Africa. When Africa is not the mother of us all.
Right.
You understand? It's in the scripture what it is. We're going to read it. Go ahead, Bob. Keep on.
They carried
Give me that
their
scripture.
culture, history, laws, and written records with them.
We did what?
Carried their culture.
Hold on. Slow down, brother. Slow down. So they can hear this. Okay? While blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians were in Africa, we carried our what?
Culture.
This is the Israelites in Africa. Okay? We wasn't trying to get down with their culture. Their culture was trash. Their culture is sticking their head up a cow's butt.
Right.
Their culture is letting the cow piss on them. Their culture is circumcising their women. Why would you want to take away her feeling? You understand? Don't you want her to enjoy you? Goddamn. You understand? Their culture was being gay. Them
Right.
Africans is heavy on homosexuality, man.
God.
They big on homo. You understand? On homosexuality, man. You would think that it's the goddamn devil. You would think that he was the greatest one to be. Oh no, them Africans is topping him, man. The Africans is light years past him. You understand? On that homosexuality, okay? But they got their own culture, man, and we walked around with ours. Meaning you could see how we get that. What my man say on what Martin say on Life? They could tell from the way I walk. I ain't from around here.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
They could tell that them right. Them ain't Africans. You understand?
Right.
Them is not Africans, man. Some of us look how they walk. You understand? Niggas got the coolest goddamn walk ever. Everything we do got to be cool. Got to have some flavor. You hear me? It got to be seasoned with some salt. That's what our King Christ said, that we are the salt of the earth. So without us, ain't no goddamn flavor.
Right.
This place will be dull as hell. You know what I mean? It will be bland, just like they mashed potatoes and they damn barbecue. You understand? It would be seasonless.
That's right.
It would be a box of mashed potatoes instead of a real mashed damn potato, and meat that they just, do they even rinse it? No, they don't even rinse their meat no more. Cause I read an article a while back where they saying that the heat from the oven and the skillet and all that will kill any bacteria, any germ. Me and my mom was talking. She said, "Rinse my meat off, son." You understand? Do that for me, please. Appreciate it. I said, "Hey, mom, likewise." You understand? I ain't putting nothing in no. Oh no, I can't do it. I can't do it. You understand? I'm not putting it in the skillet. I'm not putting it in the pan. I'm not even gonna preheat the oven if you ain't gonna rinse the food off. Straight up. But that's what they claim. So that's how this place would be if we turned around and left it up to them. It would be tasteless.
That's right.
You understand? It would be like, this shit is whack. I can't get jiggy with this shit. You understand? I can't get jiggy with this. And guess what? We was not getting jiggy with them Africans.
Right.
We went in hid in their land, and we exceeded them in everything. Culture, you understand? Keep reading, but read some more.
History.
Our history, you understand? We walked around, we knew our history then. We knew who our ancestors were. They in the book. You understand? They in the book, man. And we, at that point, we hadn't forgot about it. We hadn't lost, what Steve Harvey say? Slavery. Man, the hell with slavery. He said, God damn slavery. You understand? That's an important piece of history that you never want to forget.
Right.
That's right.
You understand? And that's why the celebrities are doing what they're doing now. You understand? It helping sell us all out some more to make sure that we stay tied to this place as slaves instead of being free men and free women. They want us to be slaves just so they can have an income.
Right.
Just so they can have a little money. But you see what happens. The Lord turns around and demolishes all of that. Steve Harvey's having a tough time right now. Financially. Can't keep no woman. What the hell wrong with you? You understand? This nigga working on his fifth wife. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You done had an old one, young one, middle age. You can't keep nobody.
Right.
You understand? Why? That's because the Lord is doing that to you. You understand? Lord is breaking Steve Harvey down. While he's thinking that silly looking suit of his is really doing something. You understand? He really thinking that that young thing is trying to take him for everything, ain't she?
Right.
She trying to get it all. I heard she wants it all. And they were saying this rumor she cheating on him and every goddamn thing else. And then they started talking about him because he was like, man, why would you want a woman that was dating drug dealers anyway? Boy, they talked all about him and her.
Right.
You understand? But like I said, man, that cat there said the hell was slavery. We knew our history. We knew who our people were. We knew where we came from. You understand? Unlike now, black people so goddamn lost. We so damn lost. We out there marching and protesting. You understand? We are so lost right now, to where we are in the streets right now. And I ain't just saying marching and protesting, but with white people.
Right.
Well, what kind of sense does that make? The very people that is causing us all of our problems. You out there hand in hand joining with them. Like, makes no sense. It's like, go ahead, Amon, keep reading.
Laws.
Our laws. Oh, good night. At one point in time, guess what we did? We kept them things. You understand? We kept them things. I remember one day I was in the store, and as soon as I said, wait a minute, I forgot what I was getting, but I was getting something in the food court, and I asked, I said, is that pork in there? They said, yes, this is pork, and you should have heard everybody that was like, what? Like, you don't eat pork? Like, I said, no, I don't. White and black people. And then the black people that was agreeing with the white people that eat the pork, here they are now, they start having a conversation about pork. You understand? Like, that's ridiculous. But in Africa, they knew not to come ask us, did we want a piece of pork? They knew not to sell it to, because guess what? They could see that, oh no, they keep them laws. They got laws. You understand? That they abide by. Now, the prostitute, no, you can take her back on in the house, because they ain't buying her. You understand? Laws, wait a minute, children, oh, they safe with them, because they don't molest them. You understand? Holidays, don't even ask them, because they not coming to the celebration. Because they keep their laws.
Right.
And that's what blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are going to get back to.
Damn right.
That's what God's chosen people are going to get back to. You understand? Keep going, Avon. What scripture I had you hold for?
And written records with them.
And we had our written records with us. You understand? We had these scriptures with. This was the most important. Like, okay, a lot of people think that the Bible is a joke book. You understand? They think it's something for comedians to crack jokes about. I used to wonder all the time when I was a kid. They see them comedians and on movies and stuff like that, where they always mock the Christian church. And I just wonder, like, if this is like the house of God and how God wants you to live and the word there and all this and all, why does everybody make fun of it? You know what I mean? I used to say that when I was a kid, now I know why, because it's a goddamn joke.
Right.
You understand? But the Bible is not. Okay? And a lot of our people end up throwing away God, Christ, and the Bible all together due to the shenanigans that coming about in the Christian church. Due to all of the lies coming out of the Christian church, they turn around and just say, you know what? I don't want to bother with none of that. But you can't throw away the Lord. You can't throw away our King. You definitely can't throw away His word. You understand? Because of what some old slimy preacher lied to you about. All you got to do is come in here and we'll teach you what it actually means. You ain't got to throw away the Bible. Don't throw away the Lord. Because if you black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you are His child. He wants you back.
That's right.
You understand? He wants you back. It's time for you to return home.
Right.
All right? And that's in the scripture as well. We're going to get that in a second too. You understand? But we had our culture, our laws, our morals, we had everything, and everybody could see it. This is when we was in Africa. This ain't no, you know what I'm saying, when we was in our land only. This is when we were in someone else's land. And the people of that land could see and tell that we kept laws. We had a strict code that we would abide by. They was, nope, you can't fool with that. You can't even copy it. It's not even for you. You understand? It's not even for an African. An African cannot come. I don't even expect them to. I don't even expect them to come in here and keep all the laws.
Right.
You understand? First of all, they can't come in here. You understand?
That's
But
right.
if I was to have a African look at try to teach him the scriptures and say, man, look, this is what the law say, I would not even expect for him to keep it. I would expect for him to fail every time, because you're trying to mimic and copy something that was not designed for you. You understand? This was designed for the naked. This truth was designed for nakers, you understand? And the children of Israel, man. That's it. All right? Blacks, Hispanics, and the natives. That's who this truth is for. That's who this word is for. That's who the kingdom of heaven is for.
That's right.
It ain't even for all nations or every nation or any other nation. It's only for the nation of Israel. Read some more, Ron.
This assured them a constant precedent for the development of a higher social organization.
Okay, that right there. If we keep the laws, it would turn around and it would be that thing that we need to, what they like to say, sometimes need something to survive,
Right.
to thrive, to succeed. You understand? We would turn around and be on top if we would keep all of these laws in this book. If we stop trying to go find the next top God to serve.
Right.
You done served all the gods. Like, what God hasn't a nigger served? You understand? We done served everybody's God. You turn around and get put in captivity, you start serving false God. You start serving the other nations of people God. You understand? Then when you left to yourself, you start making up your own. Start serving. You understand? You make up a damn God. All kind of nonsense. But guess what? You don't have to do. You got a God that chose you and made a deal with our ancestors, and that's that. That's just, hey, ain't nothing you can do about that.
Right.
Our ancestors made that deal. We got to fulfill our end of the bargain. You understand? That's just like a father when he passed down something to his children, to his sons. They got to do what the father want with that inheritance. You understand? If the father lay it out and say, this is what I want done with it right here, that's what they got to do. They ain't got no choice in the matter. You understand? That father's wishes must be carried out. And guess what? Our Father who sits in heaven, his wishes must be carried out.
That's right.
And it's for all of his children to obey him. You understand? Simple as that. All right? Keep going, Bon.
Because of the stability of the black Jewish culture.
Because of the stability, like people look at us, I'm talking about our own people. I'm talking about Christians look at us and they say we oh my God. Good night. You just reminded me of something about it. I'm glad you said that. I had a phone call from a Christian, all right, a Jehovah's Witness Christian, right? That called himself trying to go in on a neighbor. You hear me? And he said, let me find the text real quick. Let me show you the text that this is the kind of mail I get. You understand? These is the kind of texts I get. Come on. Let me show you. Let me show you what he said. Look at the picture that he said. This man, I love this picture, man. This when I first came into the truth, man. Look at that. Oh my God. I turned around and saw Yawasop and Kapash, man, out there in Naptown doing their thing, teaching classes. You understand? And my son, he turned around and he looked at Kapash. He said, "Daddy, he think he cool, don't he?" You know what I'm saying? He had his braids, he had his beads. You understand? He stayed with his studs on, and you know what I'm saying? All kind of stuff, man. Kapash going around the city, Indianapolis, man, spreading this truth. And I turned around, and when I came into the truth, I said, I got to go to camp with them cats right there. You understand? It was just them two. And then me, the third one, made the camp. And this is what he said. And he killed me, man. That was my first garment. You understand? Matter of fact, all of us, I think, came to the truth right around the same time. All of us. Me, Kapash, and Yawasop. And I turned around and went out to the camp, man. And we got it in. But this is the picture where they turned around, called themselves dissing us about this picture. I absolutely love it. You understand?
Right.
I don't see nothing wrong with it. You understand? Do you? Okay. But yeah, they turned around. He sent me this. He said, this is what he said first. He said, God hates prejudice, right? And he gave me a couple of scriptures. And he said, text me back, tell me what you think. So I didn't know who he was. You understand? This cat that I knew in the world. Me and him, we was cool, man. Me and this dude have been cool, I'm gonna say, about 20 years, man. You understand? Me and this cat been cool for 20 years. As soon as I got in the truth, that was it. You understand? That was it. It was over. You understand? Because he was a Christian. So then, I told him, I said, you don't know nothing about the Bible. He said, LOL, and he sent me that picture, laughing. He said, Black Power Ranger. And I said, damn right, I would rather be a Power Ranger than a bitch for Jehovah's Witnesses any day. You understand? I would rather do that all week long. You understand me?
That's right.
So then, but this is the comment that I wanted to get to right here. This is what he said. He said, you guys are terrorists. No one take you serious. That's what he said. He said that we are terrorists. As if you see black people sitting on the necks of white people. You understand? And show me that video. Show me that tape. You understand? Matter of fact, there was a march that they did in, damn, I forgot where this was at. But the Black Lives Matter went and started protesting in the communities. And in the, slide. Put it in. Okay, it switched up. Okay, hold on. Turn it back. And in the communities, right? And you saw nothing. You saw the black folks, right, with the signs talking about I'm a man and I want to go home at night, and, you know, all this kind of this mess begging these people, and the whole line, it was the police. All the police was white, and all of the residents in the community that lived there all got their ARs with them. You know, they all got their rifles. And they out there ready. They posted up, all the white people, man. You understand? Now, while this cat is talking about we the terrorists, those Black Lives Matter groups, members was walking amongst the terrorists. You understand? Go ahead, Kamal.
So did a Christian just call anybody else a terrorist?
No.
How could a Christian call anybody a terrorist?
No, they never call the real terrorists the goddamn terrorists.
Right.
You understand? I mean, white people can't even call the Arabs terrorists.
Right.
You really can't, because they're not terrorizing you. They're just sick of you, just like everybody. You know, they just the only ones that got the balls to strap a bomb on himself to kill you. You understand? They don't. They ain't give a damn. Allah Akbar and bloom. Everybody gone. That's right around him.
Right.
Everybody on the bus. Everybody in the building. It's Allah Akbar and boom.
Right.
You understand? Okay, and he believed that he just did that for his God and his people.
Right.
So ain't nothing you can tell them. But the real terrorist was the one you saw sitting on George Floyd's damn neck with his knee.
Damn
His
right.
whole body. That's the terrorist right there.
That's right.
To turn the cop that ran that brother over out in North County with his, they supposed to been chasing him or whatever, and he hit him with the goddamn car out, intentionally ran that man over, could have killed him, and then jumped out the car and start beating the hell out the brother. Like, come on, those are the real terrorists.
That's right.
You know, the real terrorists are the ones that had black people in slavery. The real terrorists was the ones that had the damn Hispanics in slavery, that turned around and lied to the natives and said, oh, we just want to be friends with you. How? You understand? And turn around, peace pipe. Let them the goddamn terror. But then turn around and stabbed them in the back time after time after time after time after time again. Claimed to have made peace with them. Sat down and smoked what they call a peace pipe at that time. Obama, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Sat down and got high with each other and said, you know what? We cool now. How? You understand? That's what they did. And then after that, woke up the next morning. Oh man, what agreement? What agreement? That was Smiland. And you're on it. Can you get off my grass? Can you go home? Can you get off my property? You're evicted. That's what they said. That's how they did it later. That's the goddamn terrorists,
Damn right.
not us. So then he turned around and said, here's what he said. He said, you guys kill black people too. So I guess that makes you better, huh? Now this is what I don't understand. Is how whenever a Christian, a black Christian, is talking about the crimes that black people and white people both commit, right? When they like to say, you're just like white people. Well, why don't they ever label both of us bad?
Right.
You understand? If they are saying about you just like white people, man. You just like white people, man. You a racist just like them. You just like the KKK. You know what I mean? That's another comment. He said that we just like KKK. We not going around to their houses burning shields in their yard. You understand?
Right.
We ain't turning around setting the house on fire, and then when they all come running out the house, we all shoot them dead. We ain't did none of that to them. All we doing is speaking against these people and the evil that they have actually done to us. Not nothing that we made up in our mind. Not one time do we say anything about we hate white people because of the color of their skin.
Right.
Right.
We ain't said that not one time, but they never turn around and say, oh, you know, you just like white people, man. You just as bad as them, so we're going to treat you and them the same. They never do that. It's always in defense of the white people, and it's to hate the black people. So then he said, you robbing and burning buildings. He said, get out of here with that bullshit. So I said, who have we murdered? You understand? We ain't murdered nobody in the ISUPK. Now, it's some brothers in here that came out the world that was doing a whole lot of things.
Right.
You understand? I don't want to name no names, point no fingers. You understand? And Bond, you understand? I ain't gonna say his name. You understand? That's my nigga. No, but seriously, we not doing any of that in this organization. You understand? And this cat, I said, and what buildings have we burned down? You understand? And then I said, we have not put one single hand on our people to harm them. You know what I'm saying? So they say, now we playing dumb. So then I told him, and he said, and we out there, I said, man, we ain't been in no protest. None. You see the comments right here. And I said, and we for damn sure ain't robbed and looted and burnt down no store.
Right.
You understand? 'Cause look, before I got in here, when I saw the tape of Commander General Hunter when he went to court and won that case, he went and fought for our freedom and our right to speak on them streets, and he actually won the case. He beat. I knew the Lord was with him then.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I knew the Lord was with him. I said, oh no, that's the man I got to follow right there. But then he came out and when they interviewed him, he had told him in the interview, he said, look, you don't have to worry about us burning down your cities or, you know what I'm saying, robbing you or doing any of that, because we don't get down like that. Simple as that. But this fool is calling me, texting me, saying that we out robbing and looting and burning down buildings. We ain't set foot in one protest. We ain't been out there marching none with nobody. You understand? We have not been out there and rioted none. We have not went out there and looted none. All right? So this Christian obviously was in his feelings. Maybe turned around and tuned into a class or something and got butt hurt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Something happened. Okay, go ahead.
Like, that shows even more how Christianity is white supremacy.
Absolutely.
And, like, he straight pulled a whole white man. Like,
Right.
whenever a white man is feeling bad or feels guilty about something, they always put it on somebody else. It's called projection.
Right.
They say, Mexicans is lazy.
Right.
Mexicans were harder than everybody
Man.
I've ever seen.
Man, come on.
Ever.
Come on.
And then they started saying, the Lakers are lazy.
Right.
Well, you said that as soon as slavery was over, and we had
Right.
started charging for our work.
Right.
But
Right.
so everything that's wrong with them, they
Yeah.
say, oh no, that's you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, your people burn down buildings
Right.
and loot and rob. So
Right.
you feel like you must be doing the same thing I'm doing.
Right.
Nah, we don't get down like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's an excellent point you brought out, how the white man, he only started saying we was lazy after slavery,
Right.
when he couldn't get a job. So that's how he countered us to say when we was working 18 straight hours a day with no smoke breaks,
Right.
no lunch breaks. You understand? Niggas had their food in their goddamn pocket and had to eat. You understand? While they was on at work. I mean, not at work, but you know, in the field. You understand? That's damn near how we had to do. You know, and like you said, he gonna say that we lazy. You know, when the hell you turn? That's in the scripture too. That the devil would wear out the saints. I mean, damn, how long do you think you gonna beat people down and they gonna, oh, good morning, hi, I'm here. Good morning, hi boss. You know what I mean? I mean, we can't get no break nowhere. Don't no nigga like going to work. We got to deal with some goddamn devil that's standing over us, watching us, and this and that. Like, for instance, sidebar, one of the brothers at one of my old contracts that I had, he turned around and he was talking to me about that contract and how the devil over the contract was extremely horrible over the slaves. You understand? He put them in the coldest and the hottest conditions, expecting them to, come up with some huge numbers in their production all day, every day. When you're not even giving them the proper environment to work in, number one, you can't have nobody in no smoldering heat thinking that they finna turn around and get the job done. And we passed the numbers, the next chart you put up, well, this is what we did today, this we did yesterday. Understand? It don't work like that. You're not gonna have nobody in the freezing cold and thinking that the next chart is gonna be, ooh, we just keep getting better and better. You know what I mean? It just don't happen like that, man. And this cat, he said how you talk to him crazy, and you know what I mean? And one day told him, he said he just came out the blue and told him that he can, whatever he was doing, he was doing something in the break room. He told, hey, you can do that shit at home. And that what he came and told. He in the break room on his break, doing whatever he was doing on the break. And he ain't lying. He ain't lying about this devil, because I sat there and witnessed it for myself. You understand? I sat there and witnessed it for myself. And he turned around and he in the break room on break, and he told him, hey, man, you can do that shit at home. Just fired him, but just told him to go home, just like it ain't nothing.
Right.
You know, but we the ones that's lazy. And they the ones that's out there, you know what I'm saying, in the yard doing all the work, while he's sitting in the office. He be playing, not playing, but on the computer planning trips, his next boating vacation, and you know what I'm saying, he brings his boat to the work. He got a big boat. He bring it to work to floss on the slaves. You understand? Go ahead, Obama.
Like what y'all bringing out so heavy, like they talking about we lazy, but right here in Babylon to Timbuktu, it describes Israelites to the T.
Go ahead, read.
It says the Jews made use of every opportunity. They were an industrious and skillful people. In the Jewish Ghanaian states, there were found kings, princes, governors, generals, secretaries, treasurers, revenue agents, judges, architects, engineers, doctors, historians, language interpreters, mathematicians, jewelers, sculptors, masons, carpenters, painters of art, goldsmiths, leather workers, potters, armorers, saddlers, blacksmiths, agriculturists, etc.
Come on. You understand? Come on. Talk about we lazy. If we hadn't had all them skills, we wouldn't have never did your work.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead, Cabal, go ahead.
So, how you gonna say a nigger don't hustle?
Come on. They can't.
We work when we ain't working.
Right.
Come on. Really.
Like,
You understand? They can't. It's a lie. You understand? So what they trying to do, of course, is they want to destroy the black man's image completely.
Damn right.
You understand? But that's all right. The ISUPK is the image for black men, Hispanic men, and Native Indian men. That's the image. You understand? It's just that a lot of our people, they just too soft to do it. You understand? They're too scared to do it.
Right.
You understand? They don't want to. They like this Christian here. You understand? This Christian that texts me, he's scared to leave the damn boot of the white man. Like he's scared to stand up, like they say, stand up on your own 2 feet. He's scared to do that.
Right.
He don't want to lead the white man in the kingdom. And the brother, man, I don't want to put all his business out there. You understand? But the brother is not doing as well as one would think.
That's right.
And you would think that he would have a little sense to try to get out of his situation. But he don't, because he's such a good slave. He thinks he's doing the master some service by coming up against me. You understand? He really think he's doing a good thing by coming up against me instead of trying to get down with his brother.
Right.
So we can beat this thing together. Because you is looked at the same way as me, a nigger. You understand? You are a slave. That's what, when they see you, they see slave. You understand? Whether they see Sambo or Kunta, they see a slave.
That's right.
When they see me, they know I ain't no Sambo. They know I ain't finna tap dance, but
That's right.
you understand? They know I ain't finna do it. You understand? So, like I said, that cat right there, I just wanted to bring, since we hit that point, man, I had to bring that out. You understand? To show you the mindset of our people, what we really up against out here. You understand? That's the mindset that we have to redirect and fix. You understand? That's a lost brother, boy, that is a lost. You understand? He lost. You know why? He ain't just lost, he lost.
Damn right.
This cat really loves and I told you I get this kind of mail all the time. I just don't say nothing about it. You understand? Well, I get this stuff all the time, man. To where people was telling me I'm nuts, but this is the kind of stuff that you is telling me.
Right.
That I'm a terrorist because I'm doing this. You understand? Because I'm doing the work of the Lord. It just shows you that a lot of our people, they claim to love the Lord, but actually hate him.
Right.
You understand? They actually hate the Most High. All right, and this is proof that that message. You understand? Those messages that brother sent. Is it any more on that about?
Nah, sir, that's it.
That's it on that. All right, because you ran that list down.
Yeah.
You understand? That was a cold piece right there.
Damn
To
right.
sit here and act like black people when we did everything for this place, I don't get that. If it wasn't for us teaching them, they wouldn't know how to do it now.
Right.
You understand? Like for instance, with carpentry and painting and plumbing and all, who you think they got that from?
Right.
They got it from us. They got it from us. They ended up stealing it, and then they took it and, you know what I'm saying, the union that they formed, they union wasn't much of nothing, no union.
Right.
You understand? They wasn't working with much of nothing. Okay? That's why they was hiring black people to do their work, because white people lazy.
That's right.
And they ain't wanna work. I don't know no white person that do no real work today. All the contracts that I got, I see the white folks sitting in the offices, and even the ones that don't even have an office position be in the office with the other white people, while all the black people out in the field working.
Right.
Scared, thinking they gonna lose their goddamn job every day. One day, one of my contracts turned around and went to work, and all the niggas in the break room, they huddled up, they all talking, and so something wrong. You understand? You could tell something wrong. Her brother face looking crazy. So I come in, I'm speaking to everybody like I like, damn, what's going on, bro? Bro comes to say, damn, he said, man, dude came in. He said, we was just starting our shift. He came out there and said, okay, you, and you're out of here. Get your shit and go. You understand? Just fired them for no reason. He said, everybody working. He said, man, the people that they fired work hard just like everybody else. He said, everybody else work hard. And that's another thing that I hate, that our brothers and sisters is trying to show and prove to these people how hard working we are, how deserving we are of a chance and an opportunity. I really hate that, because you should be giving it to yourself.
Right.
You understand? We should turn around and come together and form a business of our own. Let's start putting together some black businesses, instead of thinking that we don't have nothing if the other nations of people don't put it in our neighborhood. Like, what's that? Damn, it's a store. Hold on, what is that store at, man? It just closed too. It's right around here, little corner store. And I seen some brothers sitting on the goddamn, wait a minute, up on Page. Ain't that closed? That corner store, the area where they had all the brothers selling weed and stuff at? Right on the corner of Page, and it's closed, right? Yeah. The brothers sitting there in front of the goddamn store looking sad now. Cause that was their store, that's where they hung at. That's where they go in there and get their chips and they beer and they, you know what I'm saying, snacks and all that, sit out there. And man, they was sitting out there looking sad as hell that the store closed. Instead of standing outside looking at it like, you know what? I think we'll get this one.
Right.
You understand? Let's let a couple of us get this building and put the snacks in her, put the chicken in her. You understand? Put the beer in there, get your liquor license, start selling the beer and the liquor that we drank out of there, and do our thing. Now, they was sitting there on the steps looking sad as hell. And that's the mindset of our people, man. You understand? When you put a person in captivity for so many years, beat a damn identity right up over their backs. You understand? And give them a religion that's not theirs, like the scripture says that we would serve a God of wood and stone. You understand? A God that our forefathers didn't even know. You understand? This God right, this is a foreign, this is a strange God. You understand? This goddamn Christianity. And that cross, and that seizure bourgeois, that was strange to us, because we didn't get down with that mess. We serve the Most High. It's time to get back to it. Give me Acts, what's that, 5, and I believe it's 27 or 29, where I want 29. Matter of fact, just go 29 through 31.
Acts chapter 5, verse 29.
Mm-hmm.
Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men.
It's time for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to obey God rather than men.
That's right.
If you look at all the other nations of people, they don't obey God. They obey men. Do Chinese people obey God eating bats and causing the damn COVID-19? No, they don't. You understand? But does the white man obey God? Thou shalt not murder is a law that we supposed to obey.
Right.
Didn't George Floyd just get murdered? Didn't the damn barbecue man out there in where was it at? What was his name? I forgot his name, but he just got murdered by the cops. The damn cops shot at the goddamn crowd. They claimed they was getting shot at, so they shoot at the crowd of protesters. Just shoot at anybody. They don't even,
Right.
They was actually standing at the man's business to turn around and get some food. Cause that's what he did. He turned around and would give damn barbecue to the goddamn cops. And then they turn around and thinking they getting shot at and start shooting at whoever the hell they pointed the gun at. And then shot the goddamn barbecue man.
Good night.
Like, come on. He most certainly don't obey God. The white man can't. You understand? The things that he does shows you that he is not, so he can't serve the Lord. Because look at what he does, especially to you. All right? Keep going, Abon.
Khan. The God of our fathers raised up Jesus.
The God of our fathers raised up our King Yahushua. You understand? The God of our fathers. Why is that so significant, what he's saying? Because we have a different God from them.
Right.
We got our own God, they got theirs. The Arabs got their God, the Chinese got their God, the Japanese got their God, the Africans got their God. Everybody has a God. And guess what? You blacks, Hispanics, and natives, you have one too. And you actually have the only real God that ever existed.
That's
You
right.
understand? All of the other ones are fake and made up. It's made up gods, man. Zeus, like who the hell is Zeus? You understand? A strong white man, like come on, like you understand? Throwing bolts of lightning all over the place. Come on, stop it. You understand? You're pulling my leg. Okay, stop it. Come on, like come on, all these Horus. You understand? You actually worship a big ass eye. Now some sisters got some pretty big. I like some pretty big, pretty brown eyes. I like them. You heard me? And big eyes, big old pretty eyes too. But God, to worship the goddamn thing.
Right.
You understand? to serve it as a God, to serve the eye as a God. Come on, man. Well, you a stupid dude. Okay, you is one stupid dude to worship an eye. Okay, and then you got silly niggers going to get them tattooed on the back of their neck. Like you don't see nobody behind you. I can run up on you all the time. I do it all the time. Sneak up on you all. My cousin got one of them goddamn things. And I would always like, what's up? Oh boy, you know you was behind me. Every time we get together, family. What day I do it? Ain't it? You didn't see me? Go ahead. Huh? Oh, don't worry about it. You understand? You in here now.
Right.
You understand? You in here now, so you know not to go get no more. That's when you was in the world. My cousin in the world too. She could be forgiven of getting a tattoo too if she come on in here.
Right.
You understand? Ain't no sweat. You understand? Like the scriptures say, when you turn around and start keeping the law, the Most High don't make no mention of the things that you used to do. And guess what? Neither do we. You understand? Neither do we. Okay? The Most High, if you stop doing whatever, matter of fact, give me that scripture. Get that, give me Ezekiel 20 and 22, I think it is.
Okay.
Or is it 18 and 22? One of them. You got it. I think it's either 20 or 18 to 22.
There's 18.
Yeah, let's see.
Read.
Hold on. 21. There we go. Read that. Start at 21.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 18, verse 21. But if the wicked will turn from all his sins that he hath committed.
So, hey, if you got a tattoo before, guess what? That was wicked. You understand? If you celebrated Christmas, Thanksgiving, your birthday, that was wicked. If you celebrated New Year's, 4th of July, that's wicked. You understand? If you ate pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, catfish, shellfish, you understand? That was wicked. If you had ever been a whore, had a man and broke up with him and got with another man, that was wicked. If you turn around and slept with a woman that wasn't yours, she belonged to another man, that was wicked. If you slept with a woman and then threw her away, that was wicked. You understand? It's a whole lot of things that you could have done and that you have done. All right? That was wicked as hell. All right? If you ever was gay or lesbian, that was wicked. All right? But if the wicked will turn from all his sins that he had committed, not some. You know how black folks like to do, make a New Year's resolution.
Right.
The only damn thing they wanna change is cussing, and that only lasts a week. You understand? That resolution only lasts 1 week. And then they nigga, get your ass, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I thought you just, damn, it was just a week, man, fuck all that. You know, they right back to it. They go 1 strong week, man. I'm finna stop all this cussing, man. You understand? I'm finna stop that cussing, man. I ain't finna cuss no more. But if you forgot all the other stuff that you are doing, it is a sin. Ain't no sin saying no cuss word. That's just rude speech according to the Bible. But it is a sin. All the weed you smoke, oh, that's a sin. I know you like to tell that lie about it came from the earth. God didn't, it don't matter if it did. God did not intend on you smoking. Matter of fact, he told you in the Bible not to smoke. You understand? He told you what to do with what come out the ground. All right? And smoking it ain't one of them. So all the drugs you done sold, that's what you should be trying to change. Resolute. You understand? That's what you should, all your sins, you should be trying to resolute that. And say, okay, I'm going to change this right here. You understand? I'm going to change the fact that, you know, I was such an evil bastard and never kept all of God's laws. Now I'm going to do it. Do that. All right? But you don't. Okay? But if you turn from all the sins that you've committed, keep going.
And keep all my statutes